What's happening, man? August 16th, 2025, man. That what day it is. We done made it to see another day. That's a blessing. Just want to speak, talk to the street real quick, man, because, a lot of times we get caught up in this low-level street mentality, man, and that shit just throw us, man. It give people the capacity, particularly the government, to trick us and railroad us, man. Like, let me break down the difference real quick. The difference between snitching and ratting, which is the same thing, telling and setting the record straight. All right? Because it's the difference between all three. Setting the record straight will be when you ain't had no involvement in no wrongdoing and somebody do you wrong, and you either straighten that or you clarify the wrong and hold the individual accountable. That's setting the record straight. Telling will be these guys selling dope across the street. Ain't got nothing to do with you. It ain't bothering you. It ain't offending, your property. It ain't causing no type of detriment to your situation and your environment. Then guess what? For you to go to the police and tell them, hey, that man up the street right there selling weed, that'll be telling. That wouldn't be snitching. That'll be telling. Okay, now, here's the difference with snitching. Snitching is when you done had involvement in the wrongdoing. You done been a part of this shit. And then you get snatched and your man still hiding. And then you say some shit like, damn, bro, they got us. They got us. See, that's snitching. You done had involvement in this shit, and then you turn around and get nagged, and you get tackled, and then you turn around and tell on everybody else. You tell these folks, the police, something they don't know. You get them information that they don't know about somebody else that causes their detriment. That's snitching. That's a rat. That's the difference between all three. So we gotta lose this low-class street mentality and, this so-called street code, you know what I mean? Cause get what? This so-called street code, man, this shit'll cost you your life, man. And, then it'll be a whole bunch of so-called street niggas that be sitting here watching you like, damn, you ain't know that wasn't nothing but a trick. At some point you gotta elevate your mind. At some point you got to level up. I ain't saying go from being a street nigga to being a rat or a sucker, cause you ain't got to do all that. What you need to do though is you need to level up. Just because somebody's sitting on the stand in trial, that don't make them a rat. Just because somebody spoke to the police alone don't make them a rat. You gotta take into consideration what's being said and the circumstances at hand to consider whether or not they ratting, they telling, or they setting the record straight.